Hi, I'm Amber Cordeaux and I'm here with INXS.
Yeah, well,
Two members of the band. We've got Tim Farriss and Ciaran Gribbin. Thank you so much for joining me. We were very fortunate to grab them during their fleeting visit to Adelaide. So what do you think of the city? Have you seen much of it today?
Central markets are awesome. I've obviously been to Adelaide a lot. But it's the home of Leighton Hewitt, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
And, I know they're the big AFL supporters here.
Yeah.
And, that's good. And, I don't know, I've always loved Adelaide.
I went for a long walk today, and it was awesome. It's completely buzzing at the minute with all the festivals and the Calypso happening. It seems like a seriously happening town, and you can tell there's a lovely vibe about the place today. It's wonderful.
Yeah, great. So you must be having the time of your life. What's it like joining a band such as INXS?
It's like awful. No, it's like it is wonderful. I've went through every type of emotion there is in the last 6-9 months with these guys. But 99% of those emotions have been ecstatic and just wonderful, great things, and it's a tough gig because there's a lot of weight. A lot of people. I know how much INXS mean, particularly to the Australian people. These guys are an institution. So many people grew up with INXS, and I understand that I have massive shoes to try and fill in what Michael left behind, but the thing about it is I grew up with INXS. I love this band. I'm a fan like all the fans out there, and to walk out on stage is a complete dream come true.
So that must be hard though, a bit of pressure up there thinking, geez, can I perform to the standard?
It is, but at the same time, it's wonderful to know that these guys have put the faith in me because, I've had 20 years experience as well. I've worked with a lot of big names in the music industry and I've been very fortunate. And that stands to you. I've gigged all my life and that stands by you. But, walking out on a stage like tonight, the Calypso, the size of that stage, those stages are the stages you dream of as a young musician to walk out on, and to be the singer in INXS and co-writing the next album with these guys is just, it's fairy tale stuff. It's wonderful.
Great. So tell us a bit about the next album and what you're working on.
Well, we're sort of co-writing a lot of stuff at the minute that is in many different styles. I think we'd be crazy not to sort of hint at what has come before, but INXS were always a band that were very hard to pigeonhole. Like Tim will tell you, every album sounded differently, and a lot of record companies were like, what are you guys doing? Because one minute you sound funk, the next minute you sound rock, the next minute you sound pop, the next minute you sound sort of new wave, and so these guys are wonderful, wonderful musicians, and I think we're experimenting a lot with the sound at the minute. There is elements of stuff that's going to sound like the past because it's INXS and it's going to sound like INXS. And
I think people will be happy with that. They love the style that you have, and they're excited to see what the future holds, definitely.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, as Ciaran said, we have been hard to pigeonhole. And, we've always sort of, it's just like Ciaran said, we go for punk to funk to rock and roll. I mean, we've worked with some great producers, and in fact, 2 of them in Australia at the moment.
Yeah.
We've worked with Nile Rodgers, and Chris Thomas is vacationing in Australia at the moment. He's worked with just about everyone. Done some incredible stuff, and he himself has got. He produced the Sex Pistols, and he's worked with Pink Floyd.
He's worked with
Mixed
the Beatles.
Dark Side of the Moon, the Beatles, Elton John, and the Pretenders, Roxy Music. So he himself has done all sorts of different things, and all those bands are sort of influential to us as well. Obviously, we grew up with them. So we, and Ciaran just fits right in. He writes really well with my brother.
So he's doing well then?
Yeah.
You approve?
Oh, absolutely. He's got a beautiful voice, Ciaran.
Yeah, I like to sing in my spare time.
You don't want to get a room next to him though, with a shower running and him singing.
Yeah.
But basically, he's just slotted right in and it's very comfortable, and we're enjoying playing him. But particularly, we really enjoyed showing Ciaran off to the Australians. It's been a really exciting thing for us, and we just did a European tour before Christmas, and that was great. And then the next step, I suppose, would be exposing you to the USA, and we've done South America as well since Ciaran's joined our ranks. And his first show, your first show, was in Peru, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a bit of a baptism of fire. I think.
South Americans are great audience.
Unbelievable.
That would have been fun.
Literally dropping me in at the deep end. Like the first gig was in Peru, in Arequipa, in the mountains, the Andes, and 7,000 people, just die-hard, crazy INXS fans, and it was the most amazing experience. And then 2 nights later, 30,000 in Buenos Aires, in a headlining a festival, which is, I still wake up in the morning and kind of have to remind myself where I'm at, but these guys,
I would too.
these guys just take it like it's just another day, and I'm like going, no, it's not. There's 30,000 people out there.
What would you say has been your favourite moment so far?
There's been so many. Like even today, I could rhyme off half a dozen straight away. But even today, standing on soundcheck today, the guys presented me just out of the blue, like lovely guys that they are. They said, "Here's a bag of guitar plectrums with my name on it, personalised INXS Ciaran Gribbin guitar plectrums." And I was just holding this thing, going, "This is unbelievable."
It's part of the perk.
Yeah, it's
actually a hint, mate.
Yeah, they're like going, "Stop using my plectrums. Stop throwing them into the audience."
But how about you, Tim? What's been your favourite moment?
Since Ciaran joined up with us?
Since you began.
Oh, wow.
It's a tough one, I know.
I don't think we've
meeting
got that much
these
time.
guys, meeting these
Yeah, doing this interview. There's been many. It's just, I'll never forget, the night we sort of dominated the US MTV Awards. That was a particularly big highlight. I suppose headlining Wembley Stadium, selling that out was another one. Meeting Prince Charles and Lady Diana was awesome. There's been lots of highs, lots of lows.
Clipsal 500.
Clipsal 500 was up there. I guess I would like to have seen Ciaran doing his hot lap yesterday. That would have probably been a good
another perk of the job.
His hair still hasn't recovered.
Yeah, I've been trying to put it down ever since, but it won't go down.
And so there are 3 of the Farriss brothers in the band. What's it like working with your brothers? I mean, I get along with my brothers, but I don't know if I could work with them. What's that like? Are there any difficulties ever? Brother rivalries or anything?
No, not really. No, I don't really know any difference. I mean, I've grown up and worked with them all their lives. I suppose it's good in a way because it's somewhat infectious, the brotherhood sort of camaraderie. And I suppose that sort of, I don't know, you'd probably better off asking someone else. I mean, they're working with 3 brothers. I'm working with 2.
They are 3. They are 3 brothers, but they're very different individuals. Each one of them definitely is like so different from the other one.
And was that a conscious decision when you were growing up to all play different instruments so then you could one day form a band?
Well, yeah. No, actually. I mean, yes, it was a conscious decision to play different instruments. I don't think Mum and Dad would have wanted 3 drummers.
Can you imagine?
I know, I didn't even want one. But we never actually sort of thought we'd end up playing together. It just sort of actually was my idea. It just sort of came to me. I know it sounds obvious, but it wasn't when you're kids, because even though we're 2 years apart, you don't want to be hanging with the little guy, he sort of ruins the scene, he's not allowed. John wasn't allowed in a lot of places we used to play.
John was still in nappies
Really?
on the first gig.
Well, he was 10.
Talented then.
He was 10 when he first played with Kirk and I. So, and then, so we had to fire him because, we could just get away with getting into the pubs and playing, even though we were underage ourselves. But, so John went off and did, covers in a cover band at the age of 11 or something like that, in nudist colonies and things like that, And he was the one making all the money, and Kirk and I were like...
You guys were
having all the fun.
Yeah. Some things never change.
Yeah, nothing changes.
He's still playing nudist colonies.
So are you touring anymore at the moment?
Oh, yeah. We've just had a bit of a break. We're also in the process of writing the new record. We've got New Zealand coming up, and then probably more European English, and we're going to Asia as well, including China. That'll be a first. We haven't played Shanghai. You wouldn't think after all this time that there's anywhere we haven't played, but there is, surprisingly enough.
They have to play Belfast as well. They've
We
never
played
played
Dublin
Belfast.
a few times,
Yeah, I've never
so
been to
we've
Belfast, so I'm like, you gotta come.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Irish people who wants this band to come to Ireland, you know. And
There's a lot of Irish people in Belfast.
there's a lot of Irish people in Sydney.
That's true.
True.
To be sure.
And Adelaide.
True. What are you doing for St. Patrick's Day?
I actually don't know. Someone asked me that the other day, and I hadn't even considered it. But I probably will go into Sydney and just hang out with a few friends. It's like my sister and cousins, and so many friends are in Sydney, and you know, Adelaide, Melbourne. It's crazy how many Irish are here that I know, and Australia. It's just a home from home. It's just amazing place, and I think the Irish blend right in. And probably you could ask the Australians, are going, there's too many Irish here, but it's just, I think we are similar people, and we don't take ourselves too seriously, and I think there's good sense of humour, you know. So it's like, I think that's why we get on as two nations, you know, and we love our sport as well.
Aye.
Yeah.
And our music. Yeah. Aye.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And yeah, all the best for
Thank
the
you.
future. And I mean, I'd wish you good luck, but I'm sure you don't need it.
Yeah, we all need luck. We all need luck.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us. It's been a
Thank
pleasure.
you. Thanks.
Hasta la vista.